Student, in the last session we have completed about the second event of the second event, of sexual reproduction, that was fertilization. Now in this session we will complete the third event of the sexual reproduction, that is post-fertilization event. Now post-fertilization event, as the name you can see, post means after, fertilization means after the process of fertilization, whatever the processes that are undergoing, that happens in all this phase. Now first of all, post fertilization event include the formation of the zygote. After the formation of the zygote, it will result into the formation of the embryo. Now first we will see how the zygote develops. Zygote development is generally based on how and in which condition the zygote is surviving. Now in most of the organisms such as algae and fungi, this zygote develops one of the protective layer surrounding the zygote. This protective layer protects the zygote from the desiccation and from the unfavorable condition. You can say that this is the period of rest in which algae and fungi, they are favoring the resting period before the germination. And in other organisms, for example, those organisms that are following haplontic life cycles, the gametes, they undergo the particular cell division process and the haploid gametes are formed. So this is how zygote formation occurs. Now zygote basically in every human beings and in most of the multicellular organism, it is clear that life starts from the diploid zygote, and which is a single cell structure. So you have to remember that zygote, from the zygote only the life starts. So this was all about the zygote formation. Next topic is within the post-fertilization event is embryogenesis. Now embryogenesis in simple terms, it is defined as the process of formation of embryo from zygote is known as embryogenesis. How this embryo is formed? Now zygote, it will undergo the two processes. One is cell division and second is cell differentiation. In cell division, you are clear that as the cell division occurs, the number of cell increases. And second, cell differentiation, as the number of cell increases, they will form the group of cells, and this group of cells, they are referred as tissues. These tissues will be grouped together into the organ. It will form organ system, and finally the organism, it is formed. So this is how zygote follows the development, and it results into the formation of the embryo, and whole this process is known as embryogenesis. Now basically there are two type of organisms are there. One is oviparous organism and second is viviparous organism. Now first one, what are oviparous organisms? The organisms which are responsible to lay egg, and their eggs, they are containing the very hard calcareous shell outside the egg structure. This hard structure, calcareous shell, after some time, means after the incubation period, it will hatch out and the new young ones are formed. So this organisms, they are known as oviparous organism. Mostly the reptiles, the birds, they are known as oviparous organisms. Second, viviparous, which includes mammals. Most of the mammals, they are included in the viviparous. Some exceptions are also there. Now these organisms, they generally, the whatever the embryo is there, that occurs within the body of female organism. So they remain protected within the female body. Again, the embryonic development is under proper care. So most of the embryo get preserved within the female body. They are not at a risk that they will survive or not, as they are getting the proper nutrition from the female body. So in comparison to the oviparous and the viviparous, viviparous is more advantageous and more favorable for the embryo development. Now this we have seen about the organism. Now in flowering plants, what changes occurs? So once the zygote is formed, what happens? The sepals, petals and stamens are there. They are just slugging off from the flower part. Only the female part, that is pistil, remain attached to the flower. Now on maturation, zygote develops into the embryo. Ovules convert into the seed. Ovary convert into the fruit, and fruit is having the outer layer, it is known as the pericarp. So this occurs in the flowering plant. So this video ends your last event of the sexual reproduction, that is known as embryogenesis. By this I complete the first chapter, that is reproduction in organism. I hope students you might have seen my all the sessions, and if any doubts are there, you just write it in the comment section. I will solve as soon as it is possible. Thank you for watching.